wrap this up, brother, and to put a spin on a positive note, you gave examples of leverage when you talked about having other people do things you don't want to do in business. That was phenomenal. You talked about your pinnacle in business. Where do you see your company going in the next 3 to 5 years?
Self-law, international, man. I think now that's what we're on to, and the curriculums that we're teaching now are more international. We're doing them for England, doing them from Canada now, doing them for France, doing them Haiti, and yeah, man. So over the next couple of years, we're definitely going to be releasing a lot more new curriculums for people all over the world so that we can all get the status correction, because truly it's the same game, just a different name, in different countries. But all of these have central banking systems, all of them, the structure and the meats and the bones of all of these countries really that are ran, and operating under the United Nations are really all the same. They're all operating in the same way. They have a Secretary of State here, they have the Secretary of State there. We have, so once you kind of basics in the way to play the game in your country, you can kind of take those same steps in another country. They just have sometimes different names, different positions and stuff like that. So, we'll have to go through their system just to double check and make sure. But yeah, that's what we see.
Of course.
Our self-law going, man, just going international, bro. And having,
that's what's up.
Like the Panthers, they had different, centers.
Yeah. Chapters. Yeah.
Different chapters, man. Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So, and then the last thing I got to ask, because I have to ask it, we had met to do business before because you said you wanted to look into how to leverage your money, and I just want to ask you, why did you decide that you wanted to look into leveraging your money, spending the same dollar twice, and doing things like that? What made you want to do that?
Well, like I said, I was just unaware of the whole benefits of it, and like I said, just life insurance is one thing, and I never really, even that, I never really understood the power of life insurance, because we always just thought, hey, let's get you a term or something like that. When you die, as long as you got $10,000, pay for the funeral, everything's good. I never thought of the life insurance from like a business aspect, from a banking aspect. And so I realized, because I was just sending a lot of my money to my regular bank, and I was getting like a 2 to 3% return, maybe for the whole year. It's a couple of dollars from this thing. Wasn't really nothing, man. So I'm like, but I couldn't really just, get loans when I wanted to. I couldn't really just, take the money. It was a little different, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and then when I started talking to you, talking about the different kind of life insurance plans and the whole life, so the UI, all the different kinds, and, and how you can create an infinite bank out of all of these different situations and things. So I was like, wait a minute, I could just take my money and then dump it into a life insurance and really just kind of keep it there and treat that like my bank account. And if I ever want some, I can take it out. But, and I started realizing, 2-3 years, I could start taking out money too. And my money will still be there, and I could still, all I got to do is just repay it back, and everything's going. So, once I started realizing and understanding the benefits from just talking to you, it was almost a no-brainer for me as a businessman. Everything's not going to be the same for everybody. I know what I could afford every month. I knew what 100%. I could do. So I'm like, as a businessman, now knowing that I have money on deck, on hand, and I was just, sitting it in my bank account, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm putting that over here in some life insurance. And not only am, I'm going to be good, but like my family's going to be good for life, and it was almost it was like I wasn't even really spending my money, right? Because you pay every month on the bill, whether it's 400, but it wasn't like you were really spending. You were just kind of like putting the shit in your savings, almost like that's what it felt like. I was just kind of dumping my money into the life insurance plan, but it was like, I'm really not wasting the bread or nothing like that. It's still serving me a purpose. I'm not losing anything. And if I do need to ever use it again, I could take it out and spend it again while it's still earned, whatever. So like, for me, that it was a no-brainer. Like, as far as wanting to expand and grow like my wealth, I feel like it was a must. There was no way that, it became a huge part of my whole plan, because it's one thing to have a business and, and have that generating money for you, which is dope. And it's lovely, man. I love having a business, but it was more so about working smarter and not harder. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And that's what the insurance and the different plans and things kind of helped me out and start structuring and get together. And really now it was just like, now I got everybody in the family getting theirs together, and now everybody have a life insurance plan. Now, when anybody ever passes, that's $1 million coming to the bank, to the family, once I started understanding like, oh,
Facts.
hold on, these people are using life insurance plans to fund their whole next generation. I was like, yo, what are you doing? If my grandmother would have done just that, just something that simple, and we all as a family could have been paying on that one life insurance plan. It's at least that, for my grandfather, something. That could have been $1 million automatically when he passed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, I will not let these opportunities pass my family by on any way anymore, just because we're not financially literate to these certain things. And these are little things that, other cultures have been doing for years, and I just realized we were so far behind. The real question was like, when can I start? How do I get it going? I didn't even care about, it was nothing to think about for me. When I see the opportunity in the door open up, I'm running through it, and
facts.
Infinite banking was, that was huge for me, bro. Cause I started saving a share of my money and my earnings every month. I put some into the insurance, and then I would go and get some silver, insurance, silver, and it was like the first time in my life I was actually just building wealth. And as the silver rose, like I was just watching there and just watching, like, man, hold on, the silver price is rising. So are those bricks over there, just sitting there. And it's crazy, bro. So it's just having the whole life insurance changed my whole hustle, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The whole infinite banking changed my entire hustle, and because I was kind of getting bored too, with just the business and everything, But I wanted to expand and get into new markets and new industries and things like that. And the life insurance, man, was huge, so
word.
Yeah, so we're just to the next point with our self-loan master now, knowing what I know and working with brothers like you. It's how do we create the business life insurance, and everybody who joins our self-loan master as a member now, we can, if you're not going to take care of yourself, it's all good. Maybe we can give you, insurance, term and whatever it may be. For every single member now part. So if anything ever happens to our members, we can at least say, hey, we got 10,000 for your funeral to take care of you and your family. So they ain't got to hurt you. You ain't even got to worry about that, just for being a part of the movement, family, and what we do is just make that a part of their regular monthly payments, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for their subscription.
You could.
Yeah. And literally, they was just going to be a part of their subscriptions, and, we were going to be taking care of their life insurance too as well. So it was like, yo, even when you're not looking out for yourself, we always here to look out for you and your family. And
I just think about it like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
you got my wheels turning. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
look. What would I look
like? And we actually started doing that and thinking about that, because we had a dude after the first show, man, he got killed, man. Black guy with melanated brother with locks, and he was out there in the woods with some Caucasian guys. I don't know if you remember that story. But yeah, man, and he had got shot down in the middle of the woods. They shot him like 6-7 times, man, and just left him out there in the woods. And then, they never got in trouble for it. Yada yada yada. Now his family had hired a lawyer, all this other stuff. They've been fighting it for about a year or so, whatever the case may be. But cool brother. Met him a couple of times. He came to my event, so that one, it kind of hurt me. It hit me a little different.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, but, did he have any life insurance? Nah, man, he was a young brother. He went up to like 24. Who knows, something like that tragic can happen. But he just had his wife was pregnant, and all that happened before he even had the child, so, and it was sucked because, I don't think he had that in place. So that's what really kind of got me to up my game and up my hustle and say, yo, you know what? We're not going to let that happen to any more of our members now, bro. We're going to start teaching them about life insurance. We're going to start teaching them things in place. And now truly it's just to the point where it's like, yo, well, even if y'all ain't going to do it, I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah,
man, it was and that's just where we at with it now, man. Just trying to get everybody on the insurance movement, trying to get everybody on, and don't get it wrong, I could get people a life insurance plan, but people know that they can get multiple plans. Don't let me
Correct.
help you with this, but I still want you to learn about the infinite banking. I still want you to learn how to grow. Yeah, man. So that's what the whole program was about, man. Not just setting up your trust in your will, but then learning how to create that generational wealth for the next chapter, man. And that's what we did, man. So it's been a blessing. I'm blessed to have met brothers like you along my journey that totally revolutionized the way I think and what I wanted to put in motion. And yeah, man, it's just like, and I can't wait when you come to the conference, brother, because you are my favorite brother to see, just because nobody speaks like you, brother. Nobody carries the stage, the jokes.
I appreciate that.
I learned I'm people game every single time. Like, yeah, Nick, Nat, Cat in the Hat. That was a funny joke. Let me say that one next time. I'll be like, yeah, my man, you put on, man. And that's just, and like I say, bro, it's so different. Like when I notice me, you, and Umar, I just want to give a big ups to our fathers, bro. Like, having, because Umar is an incredible man. You are an incredible man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And
thank you, brother.
And I even think about the 19 keys, incredible. But these are all brothers who have their fathers. You know what I'm saying? So it just, if we don't end on nothing, I just want, if there are any brothers watching this, brother, there's nothing you could do more in this world than take care of your children and be there and motivate them to just never give up and be greater, man, because I can promise you the brothers that I do know that are doing what we're doing, me and you, that are out here stepping out on what we believe, is because we had a good backbone. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something you can't buy. It's more so you just got to experience it. And that's what I try to give to a lot of, and you asked me that earlier, why don't I go out here and try to, argue with these brothers after they try to talk bad? Honestly, man, I know a lot of these brothers didn't have a father figure. I know they didn't have good structure. They didn't have, accountability. They didn't have a lot of these things growing up. So really, I almost be feeling like I got to be the father for them. Even when they might be mad at me, it's like, but I'm going to still love you though. I'm going to still show you this. So just over the years, it took time. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. And it's just something that you learn with life. You don't have to tear people down to get forward. You love
right.
Yeah. And,
I do believe in that, but I ain't all the way love yet. I do believe I don't need to tear you down. I don't need to tear you down to be good, but I don't.
That's real.
I'm still growing.
Yeah. No, I respect that. I can hold a place for love with them in my heart. I'll just say that. But I don't ever have to go off and hate anybody. I don't want to ever hate anybody.
100%.
Hate makes the heart heavy. But no, I definitely feel you 100%. That took time, brother. It took a lot of time. Man.
Yeah, no, I respect it, brother. I respect it. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and end the podcast on a high note like this right here. Thank you to Brother Truth, Chief Kalani, for coming out, sharing your business acumen, because I think this is a side that a lot of people don't get a chance to see. And hopefully from this conversation, y'all were inspired by his story. Y'all was inspired by his ups and his downs. You guys were inspired by what he was able to accomplish and what he was able to learn from other people's accomplishments and what he was able to learn from his family, right? So long story short, I just hope that this conversation was one that can elevate you in ways that you even know you needed. So with that being said, peace and blessings to everybody. Thank you for showing up.
Peace and blessings. Love you, my brother.
All right.